what I beat recently is Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. I am not one of these people who is going to shit on the game because I thoroughly enjoyed the time I played with it. However, I do notice the dookie on the wall. I can't just eat food like, ooh, this is good, and then not notice that there's dookie smear on the wall. All right, let's get to it. So, Suicide Squad, the performance on PC is dog shite. Like, I get it. I don't have like the most strongest PC, but I have a decent PC. I have a 3080 with a, what is it? A 1240, i7 1240F, I think. i5 1240F? I don't know. One of them. It's not the strongest CPU. I get it. It could be a better CPU. I get it. But my God, the way it runs, you would think I'm running on like a laptop Chromebook. Like, it's insane how bad it is. Like, and it's inconsistent because like when you go to the stages that are cut off from the rest of the world, of course it's better, but it's still like large maps. So I would assume where all the shit is going on the map, it would run worse, but it doesn't. I don't know. Optimization needs to be done. I know they did it with the file size, but optimization needs to be done about the performance, and they're gonna eventually get to it, I hope. But you know, that's more of a personal thing. I know a lot of people didn't have people with stronger PCs didn't have that problem. It is Unreal Engine 5 as well. Unreal Engine 5 caused a lot of issues because it's still like, you know, a newer engine to a certain extent. So, you know, I'm not tripping too much, but it does need to be stated. This is a buggy game as well. There's a lot of bugs that are annoying combat wise and like stat wise. Like, it's like, why is this like this? It should have been knocked out easily, but when it feel like when you kind of rushed out the door, you got no choice because, you know, that's how it works with WB, I guess, and the gaming, AAA gaming in general. But the gameplay is really fun. I can say this after 20 plus hours, like 25 hours into it, like going on 30, I think. This gameplay is fun. It's solid. I can understand like the gameplay loop. It reminds me of Vanilla Destiny where the loop is so fun. I can understand the gameplay is so fun. I can understand how people keep playing it. Like I play Destiny Vanilla for hours with no content, so I get it. I understand. Like, the gameplay loop is fun. The gameplay is fun, not the gameplay loop. I'm gonna get the gameplay loop now. The gameplay loop needs help. There's only like 3 missions, and you do those over and over again at higher difficulties to get higher tiers of loop. And higher tiers of loop, and then the way they're gonna work it is that seasons are gonna be based on like villains and characters. Like this season is based, well, this season 0 technically, it's based on Bane. And these, you get Bane style weapons and weapon sets, stuff like that, which is cool. The weapon sets is cool, but doing the same 3 missions as the high difficulty over and over again can be exhausting if it's like only 3, like 5, 6. Like, I feel like that's a good number when it comes to like doing a grind loop, like so you don't constantly get, you know, exhausted doing it. But I haven't done that much. I can say I got to like mastery rank 9 or 10, so it's not that deep. That's not that crazy, but it's a decent amount of time to keep doing a loop over again. So, you know, I'm still gonna be playing it. So that's another thing. I still want to go back and play it, especially when Joker come out. I'm gonna play Joker, see how his gameplay is. But other than that, like, the gameplay is what's keeping me locked in for the most part, and the story, because I enjoyed the story. I am not one of these people out here that's like, oh no, you just respected Arkham Batman. How could you do this to Kevin Conroy? Kevin Conroy signed up for this. He knew what the story was, and he went through with it before he passed away. He knew what it was. Like, stop. He probably knew how he was gonna go out too. Like, from Harley Quinn, he knew how he was gonna go out, Batman. So like, why would, I don't know, why you stop using that man name like this? Like, rest in peace to Kevin Conroy. Like, don't use his name like this because you mad about a game, bro. Stop that. Don't use him as a shield. Just say the game is bad and say why it's bad, not because they disrespected him when they clearly aren't. But anyway, I'm not mad how they kill any other Justice League members. By the way, maybe one, but I won't say it because it's a spoiler. But I'm not mad. Only thing I would have wanted is more of a build up so it could feel more impactful. Some of these deaths like didn't feel as impactful because one, we didn't know them that long. It felt like an anime way, like a new character show up, like, hey, my name is Jake, and then they get stabbed in the chest. Like, no, Jake, my best friend. Like, I barely got to know this version of you, right? Like of course we know who the Flash, Superman, Batman is, right? The one we knew the most was Batman. So people were upset. Niggas was not complaining about anybody else dying, but they was upset because Batman died because they had a connection to him, right? The connection to Batman is what made people care the most. So I feel like we need that more connection with other characters in this world, because even though it's connected to Arkham, we didn't experience none of them. So besides like maybe hints and stuff around the world. So yeah, I feel like if they would have enhanced the in-between moments in between killing members of Justice League, because like in between those missions, it's just nothing. It's just fluff. Like you just get upgrades for certain things. Nothing really substantial. I feel like if there were more moments of like getting stalked by the Flash and Batman, Superman just talk to you like I kill you any moment type stuff. Like, I don't know. Green Lantern was probably the one who did it the most, but Green Lantern sucks in my opinion. I hate Green Lantern. Both black and white versions of him. Both versions, because like he's just such a boring character because his imagination sucks. Like his imagination is just I can do anything with this ring. Gun, helicopter, tank, missile. Like you're so boring. But anyway, I think the story was okay. It's like a 6.5, 7 out of 10. Like if I can't do decimals, I will go 6. It's enjoyable. It's enjoyable wide, but it has a lot of like moments that's down. It's like nothing is happening. But it's still fun. And is it $7 fun? No. No. But it's still fun. The enemy variety, by the way, is some of the it's none. Like the variety is like nothing. You got your grunts, like then the snipers and the brutes, and then the bigger brutes, and then like variants of like when they have like the Flash or Batman type powers. But none of that, even when they have the variants, they're not that different. They're just annoying because they move around faster. Like like the variety sucks, and I get it. They Brainiac minions and blah 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 blah, but no, there should have been way more variety. Brainiac. Before I get to Brainiac, because that's a sucky part of the game. I'm gonna go to another good. The boss fights were fun. Were some better than other ones? Absolutely. Flash was technically still the best boss fight in that game, and he's the first one. Superman second. Don't get me wrong. Superman second. Batman is the worst. Like he has the best moment when you walking through the building and he spoiler, and he's knocking people out one by one. That's cool. When you're gassed with a scarecrow smoke and you gotta cut on the vents and stuff like that. That was fun. But the actual boss fight when he turns to the gigantic bat thing is like, nah, I don't like that. It should have been like a stealth off or something like that, or like a counter. I don't know. You can't beat Batman in stealth, so I don't know what it could have did. But that wasn't it. That wasn't it. But overall, you know, I would say 2 out of 4 of those fights were fantastic, and one of them was Green Lantern was and then Batman was bad in my opinion. So like, you know, it's okay. Like the game was just okay. That's why when people understand, when people say it's dog shit or bad, I don't get it. I think the game was just okay, and that's like probably worse sometimes. Like being mediocre is probably worse. That's probably why people say it. Being mediocre is worse. But to shit on it because like I don't know. Also, right? Let's get to Brainiac, which is like the final boss of the game and like the overarching boss over the season that's gonna come up, right? Brainiac doesn't really have a form that's his own. He copies the abilities of the other Justice League members and fights like them. So like you're already, when you get to the end of the game, you get the copy and paste battle of the Flash, and it's just like it's the Flash boss battle with like waves of enemies, and it's disappointing to say the least. Like I expected an actual decent boss fight, like, or he could have at least used everybody's abilities at once, but he's only using one. He's only using the Flash, so it's like this is such a missed opportunity to like make Brainiac seem like ridiculous, but alas he wasn't, and it's very unfortunate. And all this time I was playing this game, I was like, where's Aquaman? What happened to Aquaman? I don't know if they said it in the world somewhere. I probably missed it, But if they didn't, where is he at, and will he be in DLC? I would love it. Because they kill a Justice League, you gotta kill the Justice League. Aquaman is part of the Justice League. So I would love that. But other than that, right? The in-game needs work. The in-game loop, like I said that already. The loop between the 3 missions is just, not good. And when season 1 comes out with Joker, they need to be on their P's and Q's and fix a lot of bullshit. Like, this has to be a step in the right direction. It has to be a positive step in the right direction, or you're just gonna lose the little play base you have already. Because the Steam numbers aren't looking that great. I get it, season 0. I'm one of the people that's like a lot of people come back in season 1 to try the Joker and see if it's better or not, and if they'll stay or not. So if season 1 isn't good, I don't know if this game will last a year. I promise you, I don't think it will. I'll put my money on that if season 1 does not do well. But it's a solid 6.57 game. I will go more to a 7 because I think it's average as fuck. I don't do like the average. If it was doing real numbers, average is 5, but I would go 7 off the gaming average. Like usually, an average game in game is a 70, 75. I'll give a game like a 71. Like to me personally, it's better than Gotham Knights, and I might want to do a video like stating why that is. But to me personally, it's better than Gotham Knights. I know people probably more upset because it's connected to Arkham. And I feel like that's the reason that's holding back a lot of people, and why a lot of people say it is worse than Gotham Knights. But I don't know. There's way better gameplay in this game, and gameplay is the main point of these games. By the way, of any game, gameplay is the main point, and the gameplay is just way better than Gotham Knights, 1000%, infinitely better. So. Yeah, that's my Suicide Squad review. Man, I've been thinking about this game for like weeks, like seeing all the people shit on it. Like I think Angry George released his videos destroying the game. He made tweets laughing at the game, like, "Oh, people not playing the game no more," and making fun of people. Yeah, I get it. It's funny, but I think the hate came from like the live service and it being connected to Arkham when it shouldn't have. Like. I really think it should not have been connected to Arkham. It should have been like a different universe, to be honest. Because that would have settled a lot of issues for people. It could have still been connected in some way. Like, oh, that's the Arkham universe. Oh, it's over there. Huh. And then move on. That's it. But, oh, man. You mean to tell me this is Suicide Squad? All right, let's move on. Suicide Squad is cool, but it's like disappointing is probably the word I've called the game. Disappointing, but fun.